Hello student, how are you? Hope you are keeping good and safe at home. You know that we are continuing our revision class, re-revision class, again revision class. In this revision class, we are continuing to make the knowledge and understanding question of every chapter, which is including in our the syllabus of phase 2, test phase 2. And we are continuing. Last day we have uh, set our knowledge and understanding question from chapter 6, and today we will set our question from chapter 7, that called motivation. So we can start without any delay. The first questions you can see on your screen, that is, what do you mean by motivation? You know that motivation is a process by which the employee who are working in the organizations, they will be encouraged, they will be enthusiastic, and they will put their 100% effort to get the organization goal. That is the process. And what are the steps taken by the organization? That will be called, the process name is motivation. So next questions we come in. Which year was Hasberg motivation theory introduced in? You know that the what is the answer is, but the answer is given aside of the question. That is in 1951. Now coming to the question number 3. This is the question number 3. What is the name of motivation theory given by the Maslow? You know that the Maslow's motivation theory is very popular as Maslow's hierarchy theory. So the answer is given beside your question. Now coming to the next question. What does demand the theory means? What does demand theory means? You know that the demand hierarchy theory introduced by Abraham Maslow. So the theory which is created by Maslow, and where the need of human is shown as the step by step, which is gradually increased. One is satisfied, another will be created. Once a need is meet, and on another demand will increase. So this the way where it is shown by Maslow, that is called Maslow's demand hierarchy theory. Now coming to the question number 5. In the question number 5, what is the main purpose of motivation? You know that the motivation is centered to man and human who are working in the organization. Actually, to do something motivational to them, that is why the motivations is given. Now coming to the next question. Next question is, who is the father of theory XY? You know that the father of theory XY is Douglas McGregor, who has created these two theories. Now coming to the question number 7, what is theory Z? And theory Z, you know that this theory Z is the combination theory of American management and Japanese management. You know that the American management has had a good aspect and had some good qualities. That is why they developed their structure. And also in 1980, that times the Japanese has also made their development by implying this management. So Japanese management and American management combined together, and there was a management created that by William J. Ochi. That name is Theory Z. Now coming to the question number 8, there is a, what is morale? Morale is the positive attitude of the worker to the organization. So how it will be created? By the motivation. Now coming to question number 9, what is Hasberg two-factor theory? Two-factor or two elements theory. You know that the Hasberg two-factor theory, there is a this is a theory which has the two sides of this theory. The one side is the motivational factors, and another side is the maintenance factor, hygiene factor. So these two factors is considered as some motivational and another some maintenance. So this is called the two-factor theory by Hasberg. What is the question number 10? Question number 10 is what are the maintenance and dissatisfaction elements? You know that in the according to the Hasberg theory, there are dissatisfaction and maintenance theory. What are the principles of the organization? Like this, it is a the elements of dissatisfaction or elements of maintenance. Salary, it is a maintenance factor because why it is called maintenance, because if there is no salary for the worker, then the worker will not work. There will be a dissatisfaction, there will be a disorder in the organization. The organizations will not run with the same normal way. If there is no rules and regulations, if there is no rules and regulations, the organizations will not run in a normal process, because there is no the rules and regulations. They will not follow the rules, and the organizations will not go through the common goal. So that is why these are the maintenance factor. Or if this is absent, rules and regulations of the organizations, salaries is absent, then it will be a dissatisfaction, or dissatisfaction will come to the organization. So this is why called it is dissatisfaction or maintenance. Now coming to the motivational factors or motivational elements, or this is the satisfying elements. Because why it is satisfying? If the motivation elements is present in the organization, then it is called the satisfaction and motivational element. Because if these elements come in the organization, if present in the organization, the workers who are working, they will be motivated by this. So why, how it is they will be motivated? Because such that if I give them the award, or if I give, if the worker get award, if the worker get a bonus, then they will be motivated, and their motivations will work as the satisfying factor. So that is why we call this the motivational and satisfying elements. Now coming to the next question, what is the next question? What is the financial motivation? You know that financial motivations, the motivation which is in the process. There are the worker who are there working, they will get the financial facility from the organization, and for organizations has to pay for the financial motivation, because the worker who are working, they will financially facilitate, and the financial facility they will get. So that is why it is called financial motivation. Now coming to the non-financial motivation. Non-financial motivation, it is the motivation which is the good environment and rules and regulations, or the order. There are so many things that will be present in the organization, and that will be the satisfaction factor for the organization worker, but the worker will not be. So altogether, we can say that in the non-financial motivation system, there is no financial facility for the worker, but the worker who are working, they will be mentally satisfied with the environment, mentally satisfied with the rules and regulations of the organizations, but they will not be benefited, financially benefited. So that is why it is called the non-financial motivation. Now coming to the next question, this the next question is show the relationship between motivation and morale. So you know that the motivations is the things that will be very positive to the workers who are working in the organization, because motivation that is provided by the management and by the authority to the worker who are working in the organization. So when they are they getting financial and non-financial motivation, by the authority, then they have it automatically will create some positive attitude to the institution, because the worker who are working, they will think that no, this management is given so many facilities to us with non-financial and financial way. Then they will think that this organizations is very eager to save our life, very eager to facilitate some security for our life. So that is why the organizational worker who are working, they will be positive mentally to the organization. They will be loyal to the organizations. That is moral. So how it is created? Because of this motivations get by the authority provided. So that is why we can say that motivations, if there is mass motivation given to the worker in the minds of the workers, the morale will be increased and morale will be enhanced. So that is why we can say that's the direct connection between morale and motivation. Now coming to the question number 15 and the question number 14, motivation reduce the rotations of labor, explain. So you know that you have to know first that what is labor rotation. Labor rotation, the rotation means that the new the labor will come, and after 2 or 3 days, after 2 or 3 months, they will leave, because this the labor will think that this organization is not good, this organization's environment is not good, they will leave these organizations. If the worker come and then leave, come and then leave, that will be very very harmful for the organization, because it will not allow the normal work of the organization. So that is why the labor rotation, it is very bad for the organization. And how can we prevent this labor rotation? Only by motivation. If the motivation given properly by the authority of the institution, then the worker who are coming to join, they will be motivated. When they will be motivated, they will not leave the organization. So that times the rotations of labor or labor rotations of labor will be stopped. So when it will be stopped, because of what? Only by the motivation. So now coming to the question number 16. Explain in the theory that workers are presented in a negative way. In which theory workers are presented in a negative way? You know that in a theory X and Y, you know that this theory X and Y that is invented by Douglas MacGregor. In the X theory, there was said that the worker who are, they are not they don't work willingly. They they do their work with the fear of some leader, with supervisions of someone. Then if the worker get time, or if the worker get opportunity to make any fraud, they will do. That is why they are in the theory X, there was considered the worker or human worker, they are considered as negative way, because there is said that all these things normally the worker will not do work. If there is a threat of sacking from the job, threatening of cutting the salary of the worker, then they will work properly. Otherwise, normally they will not work there perfectly. So that is why in the theory X, there was considered the human as negative way. Now coming to the question number 7, this question, in which of the following can ensure maximum utilization of capacity of the employee? You know that the answer is motivation. Only by motivation you can ensure the capacity of the worker will be applied in the work, only by motivation. Now coming to the question number 18, what is bonus? Bonus is a financial benefit, extra financial benefit that is got by the worker with their real work. Now coming to question number 19 and question number 19, which is the powerful tool of management? You know that the powerful tool of management is the motivation. If there is good motivation, that's all the work will go smoothly, and the common goal of the organizations will be easily achieved. Now coming to the question number 20. In the question number 20, explain what motivation is. Reward. Is motivation is reward? Yes, we can say that it's motivation is reward, because the motivation one type of reward to the worker who are working in the organization, because they are working for in exchange of salary, but the man is human is centered on mind, because their mind will be satisfied. How we can satisfy mentally? By giving them, by providing them non-financial and financial motivation. And that is why we can say that the motivation is one type of reward. Okay, and this is all from the chapter number 7, and I hope that you have understood, or you have remind your basic points from this chapter. That all these things and all these topics, it was discussed in the normal class. But today I want to just remind you what are the basic points, or what are the basic terms of this chapter. That will help you to answer any types of MCQ questions in the questions what will come, and any types of creative questions that you have to face in the exam. So for today, that is all from the chapter number 7. Tomorrow class, I will again will come with some important knowledge and understanding questions of chapter 8. Till then, stay good and stay safe at home. Thank you.